way you can do it without, collateral damage. And then thirdly, I want to talk about the rotation of your fighters. For the Nigerian Air Force, I have witnessed their rotation, which they do like every 6 months. But I would like to know, how long do you keep your fighters in the battlefield? How long does it take you to rotate them to ensure that their morale is high? And then lastly, I want to talk about RAN. The last time we met, we talked about all the things that happened there and the ambush, and then how the military there was able to repel them. I would like to know, has there been any deliberate operation to take out the insurgents? Since from the ambush, we know that they were actually there before the mistake happened. After all of those things, has there been any deliberate operation launched on them? Thank you.
Timothy Olanrewaju is my name. I write for the Sun newspaper. The last briefing, you promised that you're going to update us on the progress regarding the investigation to the Iran issue. What has happened since your last briefing? And then again, it appears the insurgents have been on step up their activities in the last couple of weeks. What would you say is probably responsible for this spate of attacks and ambush and some of their violent activities? And then still back to Amnesty International, you beyond assumed neo-colonialism of the Amnesty International, what do you think is responsible for them to continually attack the Nigerian military and, of course, the Nigerian institution? Thank you.
Okay. I don't know. You want? Okay, fine. Perhaps give him so that let's see within the time available for us to answer this.
Good afternoon, theater commander, ladies and gentlemen. I'd want to go back to the ladies you just
introduce yourself first.
Okay, sorry, my name is Patrick Ifeanyi Mark. I report for Africa Independent Television, AIT. I want to revisit the three young ladies that were shown out here. You would notice they are wearing hijab. I am wondering whether or not you are considering a temporary ban. Of course, I know this is a little sensitive, but whether or not you are considering a temporary ban on this dressing, which they often use to conceal the body-borne explosives. That's number one. Number two has to do with some time back, the reports were, awash with the alleged arrests of the leader of the civilian JTF in Borno State. Now, what is the true position from your point of view? Thank you very much.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, quite comprehensive questions that you've asked, and I do hope that within the time available, I will be able to answer all of them. Bordering. Regarding the issue of drugs, actually, your passion is understandable, but we do not intend to kill all those that are involved with drugs. That's not the intention. What we do, like even for Boko Haram terrorists, we desire that all of them turn a new leaf and become responsible citizens. So even those who are also dealing with drugs, we desire that they should also turn a new leaf and they become responsible citizens. I believe that such people, when given good opportunity in life and they also understand what the issues are, they could even do very well to uplift a greater part of the society from some states that might not be too palatable currently. They may have brilliant ideas. So I think what is important is having them apprehended, having them reformed, and then they turn a new leaf and become responsible citizens. Now to your question, which is of interest to me, is that to do with our synergy with NDLEA. That they are not here does not mean that we do not work with them. all agents of government, especially here within the theater, we collaborate with them. They're actually in sympathy with us. The issue of the drugs, in fact, the hems that we talked about, they were actually handed over to them. The suspect that we got was actually handed over to the Adamawa State, commander of the NDLEA. That is the Drug Law and Enforcement Agency in that state. So that's what we do right here on a daily basis. Even we have carried out, storms, searches, various quarters here in Maiduguri. There are certain things that we do behind the scenes that we don't come to tell you at all times. But then what I can tell you is to be rest assured that all the security agencies work hand in hand. And you will also recall that just a few days back, it was reported, the DIG operations came visiting. I didn't talk about that. I mean, it's a normal thing, as well as the Commissioner of Police, who also work with all my commanders at various levels. So we are together in this enterprise. Haruna.